Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Israel Michael, and you're welcome to the LogTech 5 Days Free Online Bootcamp Training. And today is day 5, and today is the final day for this training. And I want to welcome you all specially. So, before we get down to the business of the day, I believe you all have received the assignment information for you to carry out your task. Don't forget, only those who have done their assignment are eligible to the certificate of participation. So please do well to carry out your project so that you can get your certificate of participation on ethical hacking. So also today I'm going to be focusing on, giving us every guidance that's possible and also answering questions. So please, if you have any questions, you can drop them on the comment section and definitely I'm going to answer them. So today is purely question and answer and also roadmap to how you can further in this cyber security and ethical hacking journey. So basically ethical hacking is a broad discipline, all right, and if you really want to go further, there are a lot of things you would have to do. Okay, so it is beyond just attending a boot camp. There is a whole lot you have to learn. And we have this course called the Certified Ethical Hacker course from EC Council. Logtech IT Training is a training center, okay, that is licensed under EC Council. You can Google who EC Council are. EC Council is basically an organization. Okay, they are well known for cyber security and ethical hacking courses, and basically they give internationally recognized certification. So we have this course called the CEH, and we offer it here at Logtech, and it covers ethical hacking to the fullest. And so I want to um, advise that you go into that particular course since you want to go into ethical hacking, and in that course you're going to be armed with all the tools and techniques that you need to go. But before I go on tonight, like I said, I want to buy some time for questions. Okay, so while we're buying that time, I have a slide to show with you about Logtech, who we are and what we represent. So basically Logtech welcomes you to a tour of a successful IT career. Now, Logtech IT training is one of the top IT training bodies or centers in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. And we are well known for a whole lot of courses. So, right now, I'm going to go through a couple of them with you, and maybe you have interest in some other courses. It is very important you get abreast with them. So please also, if you're connecting just now, I would like you to leave a like, a comment, and also let us know where you are connecting from. It is important we know where you're connecting from. And also don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course hit the notification bell so that we can always be able to get across to you and you would have our content whenever we push a new one. So going on, um, over here we have several courses on offer, and we have courses like web development, we have mobile development, we have web development basically with JavaScript. Okay, that's the Node.js and the MongoDB. We also have mobile app development with React Native. We have web development with Python and Django. We have software development with Python, React, and TypeScript, Flutter, and Dart. We have the cloud computing and also DevOps. We have the AWS practitioner. And so for the AWS as well, we also have the Azure cloud computing. And then we also offer a basic course for every newbie in tech. I normally advise that if you want to begin a tech career before you even launch into ethical hacking, which is your dream or your end game, it is good at least you understand basic things. For example, like basic computer appreciation. You should know how to type, how to document, stuffs like that. And that brings us to the Microsoft Office suite. We also have the advanced Excel for those who love to go into the financial and recording aspect of IT. We also have project management professional. We have the Microsoft project. We have the UI UX. We have virtual assistant, data analysis with Python and also with Excel and Power BI. We also have artificial intelligence. We also have machine learning with Python. We have AutoCAD, 2D and 3D. We have, of course, the ethical hacking and cybersecurity. We also have Cisco networking. Like if you remember, I mentioned that if you want to go into ethical hacking, you need to understand networking. And this course, the Cisco CCNA, okay, and CCNA is simply called Cisco Certified Network Associate. So it's a course that covers from beginner to intermediate, okay, when it comes to IT networking. So it's very important as an ethical hacker, you apply for this because it's going to really give you an edge. And also, we have a course called graphics design, a popular one as that. We have photography, videography. We also have WordPress for web design, and we have digital marketing. Now, these are just an overview of our courses. We have much more, and if you want to inquire more, you can as well go to our website on www.logtechng.com and you will gather as much information as possible. So going on, I've already talked about the overview of our courses. So here I'm going to stress a few courses here, and I'm going to stress the certified cyber security technician. Now, this course has an international certification attached to it, and it runs for like 4 months. Okay, so with this course, you can become a systems engineer, a network security specialist, you can become a security software developer, you can also become a security analyst. Okay, so this course comes from um, EC Council as well. Okay, the same body that provides the CEH also provides the same course. So I want to recommend to everybody, if you want to go into ethical hacking, most times if you are a beginner in the ethical hacking world, it is very important to apply for the certified cyber security technician first before you go for the certified ethical hacker course. Okay, it's more like from beginner to advanced. And by the way, if you have any concerns, you want to know more, you can always leave us a mail on customer care at logtechng.com and we are going to attend to you. Okay, so going on, we have, like I mentioned, the certified ethical hacker. And here you're going to understand ethical hacking, footprinting, and reconnaissance. You're also going to understand how hackers are able to carry out denial of service and also how to hijack sessions. You're also going to understand how to evade intrusion detection systems, firewalls, and even honeypots. You're also going to learn how to hack mobile devices. That's crazy and critical. Okay, so the CEH course covers these deep aspects of hacking. Okay, and we offer them here at Logtech. So do well to send us a mail on customer care at logtechng.com, and of course on the comment section we are going to paste our customer line. Okay, you can also WhatsApp us there, or you can give us a phone call. So on the comment section, the phone number will be pasted there. You can give us a call or you can WhatsApp us, okay? And we'll be available to attend to you. So please, you can dial the numbers now or you can WhatsApp that particular number right now, and definitely you'll be attended to. Going on, we have another course, like I mentioned, the Cisco Certified Network Associate. And here you understand network basics, cabling, IP addressing, Cisco IOS, you understand routing, you understand switching. Okay. So here, all the networking knowledge that you need to have as an ethical hacker or a cybersecurity expert, a penetration tester, you would have to gather all those information, all right, over here in this course. It is the Cisco Certified Network Associate. Now, going on, we have the Cloud Computing DevOps. And over here, You're going to understand cloud computing overview. You would understand Linux command, shell scripting, version control using GitHub. You would understand containerization and Jenkins. You would understand IAC, information as code, and Terraform databases. Okay, so those who want to go into maybe cloud security or want to become a DevOps specialist, this is a course that we offer as well. And so, of course, we have a lot of courses over here at LogTech, and it is very good you apply for the ones that suit you. And of course, for most of you that are on these particular cohorts for ethical hacking, I would recommend strongly to you three courses. I would recommend the Certified Cybersecurity Technician. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to recommend the Cisco Networking class, okay, or course. And also, I'm going to recommend to you the CEH, okay, that is the apex of the entire package. So, the ethical hacking kind of career has a roadmap towards it, okay, because it is one thing to have a skill, it is another thing to be trustworthy or to be certified into this world. You are not the only one that is learning ethical hacking. So when you're learning ethical hacking, it is very important you start arming yourself with certifications. These certifications, they would help you to land your first job, okay? Which from there you can now build to gain experience. Imagine this case scenario: you apply for a job offer as an ethical hacker. Maybe you've gone through the ethical hacking class and you don't have a certification. That's a problem because I'm going to ask you how many years of experience do you have. But now, if you have a certification from an internationally recognized body, you would now have an edge, okay, to actually start up. A company can trust you that you know what you're doing because you have an international certification. You understand global standards and all that, and definitely you'll be given a chance. So it is very good you go for certifications, okay, when it comes to ethical hacking, cybersecurity, name it. It is very, very important. So going on, also, we have the Azure for cloud computing. Okay, we have AWS, we have web design and development, we have full stack using Node.js and MongoDB, we have full stack using Python and Django. Okay, we also have React and TypeScript, we have app development with React, we have software development with Python, then we have Python programming, and here I'm going to dwell a bit. Now, for an ethical hacker, at some point, if you want to have more flexibility in what you do, you will need to employ programming skills, okay, which can involve scripting and automation. And I would recommend for everyone who wants to go into ethical hacking full time, like you want to go in on a professional scale as a pro, not as maybe an amateur or something. You really want to build a career around ethical hacking. It is recommended, highly recommended, that you start building yourself in Python programming. With Python programming, you'd be able to automate your task and do some kind of scripting that can help you to carry out some kind of things when you are in your, maybe let's say, for example, if you remember our last class yesterday, we understood that an exploit is a piece of code, okay, that can take advantage of a vulnerability. So if an exploit is needed and a payload is needed to actually carry out a port exploitation, okay, what about if you write your own customized scripts, your own customized codes? So with ethical hacking, you would need to be able to do one or two, script, one or two coding to have more flexibility. Though there are already made tools that you can use, but those tools at some point may have limitations based on the context of what you're doing. So definitely you may want to, of course, upscale by actually writing your own scripts. Okay. So excuse me, going on, of course, those who want to go into data analysis and Python with Python and SQL, we have a course here for you. And definitely you can always find out about these courses. We also have machine learning with Python. We have artificial intelligence. We have data analysis with Excel. We also have Power BI and also advanced Excel. Okay. And of course, like I said, for those of you who are beginners, maybe you don't have good foundation in computer, it is recommended you push with this course, the Microsoft Office Specialist. Like someone like me, for example, before I ventured into ethical hacking, I had to actually do this course first, okay, which really helped me in my typing speed. Because imagine you are carrying out a hack and then you are pressing like to type a sentence or a line of code or a line of command, it's taking you almost 10 minutes to type one line of command. That is too low. Or 5 minutes to type a line of command. It's too low or too slow. Okay, so you have to understand basic computer skills. Okay, text formatting, paragraph styling, and the rest of them. These are necessary fundamentals that you need to have, okay, when you want to go deeper in IT, particularly if you're a newbie or you just got a PC for the first time. It is recommended before you go for the high-end courses, please begin with the Microsoft Office Specialist, okay? Going on, we have the PMP and Oracle Primavera for project management. We have virtual assistants. We also have digital marketing, and then we also have the UI UX designs. We have graphics. We have AutoCAD, and also we have photography, video editing, and these are a couple of courses that we have. Okay, so before I go on with courses, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. So I'm going to go through randomly and pick as many as I can pick. Now I have a question here that says somebody, I think Dozier, is asking, my question is, how do one get virus or generate a code to exploit a site? Now first of all, I explained to us that before you can actually exploit a site, okay, first of all, the idea of exploiting the site, you have to, of course, gather every possible intel and carry out a deep scan on that site. Now, when we say we are scanning a site, okay, we're not really scanning the the letters or the coloring or the arrangement of the site. No, we are actually trying to interact with the server that site is running on. All right, and also the logic that site was built by. Okay, so when you carry out these information gathering, and now you have known, okay, this technology was used in building this site, it is then and then alone that you would now get the actual code, in this case the exploit or the payload that you can now use to break through. Now some sites, okay, some sites you may have to even carry out an SQL injection. Okay, you can interact with the database of a given site, and then you would be able to ascertain if that site has an SQL injection vulnerability. Then if it has such vulnerability, you will now have to employ another ethical hacking technique, which is called SQL injection. Now, in this our ethical hacking class, what you learned as an ethical hacking technique is port exploitation. There are a lot of um, techniques in ethical hacking. Okay, you just learned one of them. So if you want to have the full gist or the full view of what to do in different case scenarios, I'm going to recommend that you apply for the certified ethical hacker course at Locktech, and definitely you would have the rundown and clear guide, okay, and education on how you can actually carry out those different stuff. So I think I have answered the question, Mr. Let me check your name again, Mr. Dozier. Thank you very much. So let me see if I have any other question over here. And somebody said how much to register for the advanced ethical hacking and cybersecurity. So please kindly refer to our website. Okay, the info is there. Or also call the phone number that we posted on the group. So please, we are going to post the number again, okay, so that you can see it, and you can actually WhatsApp us, or you can call us for more inquiries. Okay, somebody is saying here that if you don't have a system, I think this is Bright Day. Sorry, I cannot really pronounce his name. It says, if you don't have a system, can you apply for it? And if you never get a chance to get a system, how do you put these things to work? Okay, basically, sir or ma, for ethical hacking, you would need to have a laptop. Okay, now over here we flow with a policy that is called BYOD, which means bring your own device. Okay, so you have to come with your own device. So I will recommend that, of course, you can apply for the course and also make plans to get the PC. It is very important. Okay, because if you don't have your own PC, when you go back home, all right, when you go back home, how would you practice what you've learned in class? Okay, and this hacking is beyond using your phone to do one or two things. No, your phone has limitations. The big deals are done on your PC, your personal computer. So even if you come to class and maybe use a company's desktop to learn, when you go back home, how are you going to practice? Because you'll be given task. So please do well to, of course, get a system. Now another question here says, are there requirements for a device? Of course, very important question. So yes, there is a standard recommendation for the kind of device you can use. Now, we'll recommend that your device should have at least, it should be a Core i5 series, at least Core i5 series, at least Core i5 series. And I would recommend strongly 16 gigabits or gigabyte RAM, okay, 16 gig RAM, and 512 SSD. I'll say it again, a Core i5 series, at least Core i5 series. If you have Core i3, you can still flow, but you would have, downtime or lag time, you will not have the best performance. All right. So I will recommend at least Core i5 series. That's number one. Then number two, I'm going to recommend maybe at least 16 gig of RAM or 8 gig of RAM can serve. It can serve, but have plans to make it 16. If you have 8 gig of RAM, plan 16. 16 is more comfortable because you'll be running a lot of virtual machines, and these things, they consume a lot of RAM. The more RAM you have, the more you can do. Okay, the more you can perform. And also for your memory, I would recommend 512 SSD. Okay, and don't forget, it should be an SSD memory, not HDD. All right, so Core i5 series, 16 gig of RAM at the minimum, maximum, okay, and then 512 SSD. All right, so that you can have good flow of your learning. Okay, someone is asking here, I think Annie Clan, is it okay to scan my phone or system for learning purpose or project purpose? Of course, it is okay. It's your phone. You have control. You have control over your phone or your system. Okay, it's okay. But please, when you're carrying out your practicals, don't scan, a computer device that you don't have permission over. You are now breaching the moral conduct of an ethical hacker. Okay, somebody's asking about the assignment. Please, the assignment should be submitted on the Google Classroom, and the deadline is 12 noon tomorrow. So 12 o'clock tomorrow, you have your deadline. And of course, the link is there right now on the comment section for Google Classroom for the ethical hacking class. Okay, so click on that link and download the document that contains the instruction for your project. Okay, and then you're going to document what you've done, maybe in a Word, or use your phone and make some documentation using WPS maybe, or Google Doc, whatever you are using, and then you will submit it back on that classroom. Okay, if you need any guidance on how to submit, please, of course, do well to drop your question on how to submit, maybe on the WhatsApp platform, and definitely we have able hands to help you through. Okay, another question here is, okay, Annie Klein again, she says, or he says, second question, what permissions are required before scanning a network? Very simple. A simple go ahead permission, like go ahead. If the go ahead is explicit, please fire down. If it is not explicit, please don't fire down. Okay, ensure you have the right permission to actually fire down with your scanning. Don't forget, you only scan devices or networks that you have permission over. Very, very important, please. Okay, Logtech is not endorsing hacking rampage, please. Okay, what you've learned, apply it with permission. Okay, so let me see if I have any other question here. So please keep the questions coming. All right, I am here to attend to them. So going on, while I'm going to still give some more time for questions, I'm going to do one more thing here. So I want to say thank you. But before I let you go, I'm going to give more 5 minutes. Maybe if you have more questions, you can please drop it on the comment section. Now, before that, while I'm waiting for you, if you remember vividly, let's do a recap of what we learned in these 5 days. Number one, we understood in day one what ethical hacking is. We understood ethical hacking methodologies. We even understood the steps in ethical hacking. We understood clearly what each of these steps, what they do, or what we are meant to do, and the kind of tools, a couple of tools were learned on what you can do in those phases. Now, in the reconnaissance phase, which is the number one phase of ethical hacking, where you gather all public related intel, we learned about Google Docs, okay, which is DORKS, Google Docs, all right, which is more like an operand for advanced search on Google platform. Number two, we also learned about exploit DB, which is more like an ethical hackers database to checkmate vulnerabilities. Number three, we also looked at the OSINT framework that has several categories of tools that can be used to gather public information. All right, so these are the three critical things that we looked at when it comes to reconnaissance. Then, when we went to scanning phase, we employed two tools per se. Number one was Nmap. With Nmap, you can focus your scan on a particular server or device, and you can gather info. Example, let's say, for example, the IP of that device, number one. Number two, you can gather info like what is the operating system of that device. Number three, you can gather info like how many ports are opened, okay, are active on that device. We also saw that we can run scans that can tell us the version of protocols that are on those open ports. Also, using Nmap, we learned that we can also carry out a vulnerability scan that can tell us if a port has a vulnerable service or not. That was for the scanning phase. Now, we went over at the gaining access phase, which is also known as exploitation, and we understood how we can be able to break into a port, exploit a particular port, and we use a tool called Metasploit framework. Okay, so Metasploit framework is a tool for gaining access once you have discovered a vulnerability. And that framework we used an exploit and also a payload that helped us to actually break through an FTP server port, and we gained access into the server and we're able to read and see all the information of that server without having the password to the server. That was crazy. Okay. And amazingly, we also did recommendation. That means since we know that, okay, this is wrong, I gave you a scenario of what you can recommend to the organization that, okay, if you're using FTP, please change to SFTP. So we also learned about a secured protocol to replace a vulnerable protocol, which would consummate the report phase of ethical hacking. So don't forget, the goal of ethical hacking is to discover a vulnerability. And afterwards, what do you do next? It is to give recommendations or remediation techniques or approaches to those, you know, loopholes that we have now found in the system. So in that case, I say that we don't have any more questions. I want to say thank you for joining with us in these 5 days, and please, to go further, reach out to us and we'll be able and available to attend to you and help you through your ethical hacking journey. I want to say thank you. And my name is Israel Michael, and this is from the Logtech. Thank you for connecting. Good night. See you. Come away next time. Have a great night.